Today, we're going to take a look at NECA's glow-in-the-dark, Remco-styled Wolfman and Count Orlok. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at a couple of NECA's glow-in-the-dark series Remco style action figures. Now, we can't call them Universal Monsters because Count Orlok is not a Universal Monster, but Wolfman is. So now the odd thing about this Count Orlok figure, we'll start with him. On his very card, it does say Universal Monsters right here on the back. So he's getting the full treatment here, and not sure why, but I don't mind it at all. I really don't mind it. But what a heck of a lineup, a cross sell on this one. You've got the Mummy, Frankenstein, Wolfman, Dracula, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Fan of the Opera, Bride of Frankenstein, The Invisible Man, and Count Orlok. Now, all of those are Universal Monsters except for Count Orlok. It looks a lot like our Ultimate Count Orlok. We will get him down to compare, but so happy that he put him in, that NECA put him in on this line with these other Universal Monsters. So very good. Now the other one is the Wolfman. Now this one is my already opened Wolfman. I have not shared him on the channel. I have not unboxed him on the channel. So when I opened this guy, it was before I was really doing action figure unboxings. But that's what I want to do today, just to get Wolfman documented and on the channel. I'm going to pull this one out. And like I mentioned, Dracula, I've already opened it, but I will take him back out of the box. But this is a kind of let you know what it looks like once you've opened it. And I'll put this right back in here at the end of the Halloween season. So it fits right back in there. Now this one I did open a little different. These are opened off the side. Now you can see this blister is it's definitely gonna end up coming off of here. So somehow I would like to reattach that, if it's super glue or whatever, get that reattached. I'm not sure, but I would like to keep it together like that. But every year on Halloween or the Halloween season, our Halloween season in this house starts September 1st. So my wife gives me that whole 2 months to display my monster collection or my horror collection. And then I will put them all back up. I'll put them all back in their boxes. All this stuff you see right here will go back in the boxes away until next September, when I'll slowly start bringing them out again. Next year I'll have new action figures to pull out, and I'll use these all as examples upon the new figures that I get. But yeah, excited about this one, especially as Count Orlok, which I mentioned I have not had out of the package as of yet. So first of all, let's get Wolfman out of here. So Wolfman, checking out this package. It's just like your Frankenstein. Got your big glow-in-the-dark sunburst up there. You got the sunburst around the figure itself here. Great picture of Lon Chaney Jr. there. We get our NECA in that Remco style logo with the circle around it. It says the Wolfman, Universal Monsters down here. And we have warnings, choking hazards, and we have, it says here, an authentic posable action figure based on the classic Universal's famous mini monsters collecting from the early 1980s. I'm not sure if I had all of them, but I guarantee I had the Wolfman, and he was one of the ones that lasted the longest in my collection. I don't have any of that old stuff anymore. I really wish I did, but yeah, unfortunately. But I do remember having him longer than anybody else. The paint was faded, and it was just one of those things where, man, they were toys, and then you got to a certain age where toys really weren't a thing anymore, and I kind of faded out, and I think my brother took over them, and then neighbor kids would come over, and I gave a lot of my collection away to neighbor kids and stuff like that. But really wish I would have hung on to them, but it is what it is. So at least now NECA's doing this and bringing this out. I got back into this action figure thing, and so happy I did. But our cross sell was that original 3 that came out, Mummy, Frankenstein, Wolfman, and got the Universal Monsters logo there, NECA logo there. We have the makers of our action figure right here. And up here it says, collect the whole creepy crew of Universal film monsters, all posable and ready for action. And we do have the Cheney Estate logo right there, Cheney Entertainment, real toys, and then a NECA logo there. So that's really it on the packaging. So let's go ahead and get him out. I'm pretty sure this is just a repaint of our Ultimate Wolfman that we've opened on the channel. So like I said, I've had this out of the box, so all I got to do is peel that up, kind of shimmy him out, and there he is. There's your empty box right there. Wolfman has been resurrected. And here he is. Now, he has got all brown on this one. Looking at articulation, doesn't look up, and I really wish he would look up more than that so he could howl at the moon, but that's all we get. He gets a little side to side all the way around. Head would come off if you want to take it off. There are no extra heads with these, no accessories at all. You get that butterfly arm in there, single butterfly. You get shoulder go all the way around, single jointed elbows, but man, they go way over a 90. He does have that Nolan Ryan pivot on the elbow, wrists up and back, hula hoop waist, really tight, but there is one there. No ab crunch on him. We get good giant splits by the Wolfman, and not the greatest straddles. That front foot goes up, the back leg hits on his hip here. We have single jointed knees, they go back and forth. And look at this elbow or ankle articulation. Wolfman can pirouette. He can pirouette really well. Look at that. Wow. So here is the Wolfman, Lon Chaney. Checking it out. It is a total repaint, and the only glow-in-the-dark we have on him is going to be his face right there. So we can heat him up, put him in some sunlight or in front of a light, and then put him in the dark, and he is going to glow in the dark at the face. But looking at him, he has blood all over his mouth, and that's awesome. Now, you did not get that with the Ultimate. Did not get that with the Ultimate. But very good stuff. Now, unfortunately, he did not come with a stand. Now, our Ultimate did come with a stand because they knew it was going to be hard to stand up. So, but looky there. We can get him to stand up. That's just fine. He's just not going to be in that tiptoe look he had from the movie. If you watch the movie, The Wolfman, which is probably my most watched Universal Monsters. I love that movie. I love Lon Chaney in it. I love Evelyn Ankers in it. But this is a Wolfman. Now let's get down his Ultimate, Wolfman Ultimate. And there is a big difference on our paint scheme. Now check it out. Our Ultimate has the green shirt. He's all brown, all the way up and all the way down. Same color. And even the pants, the brown pants, are a different shade. So our Ultimate is a lighter brown, where our glow-in-the-dark Remco style Wolfman is a darker chocolatey brown. Other than that, everything's the same except that blood on the face and the glow-in-the-dark. Hands, let's see, hands are exactly the same. His hair is a different shade. Our glow-in-the-dark is a little redder than our Lon Chaney Jr. Ultimate Wolfman figure here. But yeah, two great ones. I absolutely love this glow-in-the-dark. I love the packaging, the way they did the nostalgic feel with that Remco style packaging. Super, super good. Love that. But yeah, that's the Wolfman. So we'll slide him over here. We'll put our ultimate Wolfman back up here where he belongs. There he is. Drink a coffee. And the next one we'll go ahead and get out is going to be our Count Orlok. And again, this one has not been opened, so I'll have to give him he's going to have to get cut right along the edge here and see if we can pull him out. He's a little bit wide. I think this figure's a little bit wider. So you can't just cut the bottom of these because he's so wide up top it won't slide out of there. So you actually do have to cut along the side, open that up, and peel him out of there. Now, I may abandon this knife right here and go back to my hook bill because it's a lot better. All right, I think I might have broke him free. Try to leave half of this guy on there. All right. Count Orlok, not a Universal Monsters. Well, I guess we should look at the package, shouldn't we? So Count Orlok, we got a great picture of Count Orlok there. Glows in the dark. Nosferatu down here. NECA Remco style logo there. We got the sunburst around our figure there. And as you can see on here, no at all Universal Monsters, where Wolfman at the bottom of his right here says Universal Monsters. No sign of that there, but when we turn around, we do get Universal Monsters up there. Like I showed, this great cross cell right here. Lots of figures, lots of figures. We do get our makers of the action figure on here as well, but that's pretty much it on packaging on Count Orlok. Let's go ahead and see if we can get him out of here. Oh, he's got a pillow, a little plastic pillow on there. There it is. Now that's what we're left with, and that's going to be, that is almost all the way off of there. So I probably will be gluing that back on, at least some, but I want to keep it enough open where I know I've got my open one and not open my mint on card one. And here it is. Now this is pretty impressive. I like this dark brown jacket here. Really nice. It really pops on him, whereas our other one, kind of a more gray color on him. But so this is our ultimate, and this pretty close. I kind of like the face sculpt or the paint apps on this glow in the dark one. He's got black lipstick all the way around. His teeth look a little bigger even on this glow in the dark Remco style. Everything's the same. Absolutely everything is the same. Same hands, same face sculpt, same undershirt. Uh-oh. Our Wolfman has fallen off the shelf. So yeah, this is actually, they're both really good. But this glow in the dark one, man, that face sculpt, that face paint is really cool. Those lips around those sharp teeth, it really intensifies the teeth on this action figure. But yeah, so there's Count Orlok, glow in the dark. And we'll put our ultimate back down here. Now, our other one that we have, I have opened up on the channel, which is Dracula. So we'll go ahead and try to pull him out. And here he is. Now, he has the whole coffin here. And Dracula has been resurrected. So here's our Dracula, which I mentioned I have reviewed this on the channel, but Man, I love this vinyl cape. Absolutely love it. So he's got glow-in-the-dark hands, glow-in-the-dark face, plus he's got that blood running down his mouth. So there we go. We've got Dracula, we've got Count Orlok, and we've got the Wolfman. And of course, here is our Frankenstein. So our collection is building out good. Now, I swear I did have the Mummy. I just cannot find him. I mentioned my pile of boxes over here. You wouldn't believe that. So we have these 4 to show off right now. And I think out of these 4, I think because the vinyl cape, I like Dracula the best. I really do. Let's check out his ultimate counterpart here. So, of course, you have this awesome soft goods cape on the ultimate. But, man, I do love this vinyl cape. That takes you way back to when you was a kid, because he did have that cape. Him and the Phantom of the Opera had that. That's the other one I do not have even one Phantom of the Opera, so I cannot share him. But very great line. We'll get our alternate Dracula back up. So now we'll go through the ones that I don't have one out of a box yet, which this one here is Creature from the Black Lagoon. Like I mentioned, I found him at a local toy store, paid $80. Actually, I traded a Star Wars play set for this creature. Straight up, it was $80 for $80. So real happy to get this. I was so surprised when I walked in, and this was on my list. I had a list of figures I was looking for in the toy store, and this is the only thing I saw in there. That was on my list. But yeah, get the glow-in-the-dark pop there. You get the sunburst around there. NECA, Creature from the Black Lagoon. We do have the Universal Monsters logo down there. An authentic posable action figure based on the classic Universal's famous Mini Monsters collection from the early 1980s. Recommended 18 years of age and older. And on the back was our cross-sell. And at this time, you only had the Mummy, Frankenstein, Wolfman, Dracula, Creature, and the Phantom of the Opera. So there we go. Now that is going to be really awesome once I can get him out of the box. Now his whole body glows except his eyes and his mouth. And I bet that will look awesome in the dark. He is really going to glow in the dark. So that is the Creature, my mint on card Creature. Not going to open him up. And then our Mummy, which somewhere I have the Mummy. But very good. He's got the same cross-sell as Frankenstein and the Wolfman had on there. Universal Monsters. Great picture of Boris Karloff back there now. So that right now is my mint on card Mummy. And then, of course, the Wolfman, Count Orlok, Dracula, and our Frankenstein. So awesome, awesome line right here. Hopefully they can keep them coming. Hopefully I can get the rest of that Phantom and that one other creature on the open market at a reasonable price. I don't want to break the bank on them, but beautiful action figures. Highly recommend them. They are $10 or $12 cheaper than your Ultimates. I want to share this also. We'll set these guys, slide these guys over here. I'm going to leave my Wolfman here because I forgot. I also have this kind of a, it's a paying homage to the Burger King Crypt Club Universal Studio Monsters that came out, and was that in the 90s, I want to say. So here is another Wolfman. So there we go. Let's get this other one down again. So quite the Wolfman thing we got going. Now I just need to unbox my black and white Ultimate Wolfman, and I'll have 4 of them out here, and we'll share all these with them, compare them. I will mention it is my birthday today, October 12th, Saturday, 2024. So I am 51 years old now, still playing with toys, still loving these toys. But that's going to be it. I love you guys. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for liking. And until next time, for NECA Glow-in-the-Dark Remco style monsters, until next time, oh yeah.